Hello everyone. This week's an inspirational quote, courtesy of Diane Map, is I can only control myself. Um, yeah, I mean, I think that's something that at times that I think that that is easy to lose sight of, like that is easy just uh uh forget you you know um because I know that in the therapy, that it's I mentioned multiple times, you know that I mean we can't control the actions of others. That we have to focus on what we're able to uh, to influence. Um, can control. Like in terms of like outcomes or not even that. Just just like in that like moment, like what do we have the power over? Well in the moment, like we only have power or the influence like over our own actions, like what did we do in those moments, like the way that uh we respond or react to things, like the words that we use, um, and the tone that is used, like also because I think that the tone that is used and can ju- and can junction with the word choice, that matters, that has an impact on the way that something could like end up going, you know. Um, which I think that at times that also goes over like a look. Like I think that we have to be aware of our own actions, the way that we react or don't react, and then our word choice and our tone of voice, because that can be picked up upon. It's like, are we saying something in a nice, soft, like easygoing voice, or are we saying it, with uh, some like anger, because like we could say something that isn't meant to be bad or isn't meant to hurt, but then if the tone is off, I mean, that can make or break, like what our overall uh, goal is, uh, for that outcome, you know. So it's just something like think about, because I know that some like out there seem to think that your tone doesn't actually matter, but in actuality, your your tone that matters just as much as the words that you choose that matters. Um, Still, things to think about, you know, but you know, like it's one of those things that I think that we have to focus on practicing, and making more constant, like in our lives. Um, those are just my thoughts. I know I went like a little like overboard. Um, so I do apologize. I wanted to make sure that it was like stood as to what that I meant. Um, and as always, I would love to hear from you guys, like what your thoughts are. So feel free to post those in the comments. As always, until next time, I hope everyone has a safe and a wonderful week.